Well, I handicap it from a different perspective than I think most would. I mean, Green Bay, they have won 4 of their last 5. However, they failed to cover on 4 of those 5 occasions. Their only cover coming last week against the San Francisco 49ers in that 38-10 blowout win. And let's not forget, that was a San Francisco team playing without their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, and a San Francisco team, quite frankly, that's struggling to put anything together this year whatsoever. Their other 3 wins came by a combined 6 points in this 4-1 run. So up next for Green Bay is Detroit. We can't lose sight of that because not only is Detroit the division leader, but Green Bay will have a little bit of revenge after losing 24-14 at home against the Lions a few weeks back. Miami, 3-0 straight up in ATS in their last 3, winning by 14 points per game. Yes, the level of competition they played over the last 3 weeks leaves a lot to be desired, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're winning and winning decisively. And, this is a Miami team that's 4-3 with Tua and 1-3 without him. Their losses, their last 2 losses, I should say, came against Arizona by 3 and by 2, actually, and at Buffalo by 3. And those are 2 pretty good teams the last time I checked. And this is a 5-6 team that if they pull off a win in this game somehow, Teddy, they have 5 winnable games left on the schedule. You look at what they got remaining after Green Bay. You got the Jets twice, at Houston, San Francisco at home, and at Cleveland. All winnable games. And this team is who looked to be dead in the water a few weeks back is now right in the thick of things in terms of the AFC wildcard race. I'm going to take the Dolphins here. I just think the urgency and desperation to win in terms of keeping their playoff chances alive against a Green Bay team that's a little more in a secured position in terms of postseason goes. Yes, they want to catch Detroit for first place, but is that realistic? I'm not so sure it is against a great Detroit team right now. I just think Detroit's that much better than Green Bay. Having said all that, Teddy, I'm going to take the Dolphins plus the 3.5 over Green Bay.
So I'm in play on this game with my $5 Tuesday selection. You get those plays, and everyone at wagertalk.com has a $5 Tuesday play available. It's the best deal we have, and it's a real great opportunity, of course, for first-time customers to take a look at what we do. Again, you get anyone's best bet today on their homepage for just $5. So I'm involved in this game. I want to ask you about Miami for a moment here, because when we look at the Dolphins season, you talked about the close loss to Arizona, the close loss to Buffalo, which are both real. But when you're +3, +3.5, you're really hoping the team's going to win the game. And when we look at Miami's wins this season, there's not a quality win. I guess the Rams, but they haven't beaten a team above 500 all year. Now they're going into Green Bay
I think they beat Houston.
at night.
They beat Houston, right, Teddy, if I'm not mistaken?
No. I got Jacksonville, okay. 2 wins against New England, the Rams, and Vegas. That's their wins this season. So are you worried at all that Miami hasn't beaten anybody?
Yeah, yes and no. Okay, it's. I mean, if you look if you want to go the opposite end of that, Teddy, 5 of their 6 losses have come by 6 points or fewer. 4 of those games that they played were without Tua. So that would be my counter to that. Although, as always, it's a great point brought up by yourself, and certainly is one that we should weigh in, right? I mean, in terms of the strength of schedule a team played or the strength of schedule the team won against. But I'm willing to overlook that. I just think I like what I see from Miami over the last few games. And again, they played weaker competition, but by the same token, they won decisively. And I just think the urgency and desperation right now lies with Miami. And Green Bay coming off a win against San Francisco, even though San Francisco's shorthanded, they are the defending NFC champions. And then Detroit up next on a Thursday night game. So I just think this might be a potential flat spot for the Packers. And I think Miami's rolling right now. And I think in their minds, Prez, they realistically think they can make the playoffs.